Okay, it's been a long time, since I did a video. But I figured might as well record this because, as usual, I have waited quite a while to do my retype. We got quite a bit of new. So after we towel dry, I'm gonna put some oil in my hair. I know, no oil, but I do. I've been locked for 2.5 years now. I do. I'm using some of this Ancient Blend oil. Okay, and this time I'm going to try and twist my hair. I usually interlock it, but look y'all, that whole life update. I'm like 6 months pregnant. I got a lot of things going on. So look at the grays are popping, honey. But so I would interlock it, but I feel like it's gonna take entirely too long. So I'm going to try to twist. I'm gonna try to twist it, and we're gonna see how that comes out. Message. Okay, urgent message. Huge disclaimer. One, first of all, I have Sisterlocks, and I self-maintain. I am not a professional Sisterlock consultant, loctician. No, I maintain my own hair, and therefore it's up to me to take care of this grid and maintain it. So with that being said, twisting or palm rolling is highly not recommended. That's my sister-locked sister watching this have Sisterlocks, not micro locks, and it highly just no. Do as I say, not as I do. Is that what I'm trying to say? What do parents be saying? I don't know. But yes, highly just not recommended, because that's not, no, don't do that, okay? Don't do that to your hair. But I've been gone for a while, and this is just how I'm living, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to share with my sisters, you know what I'm saying, how I've been maintaining. Well, this is actually how I've been maintaining. I've actually been interlocking my hair. However, I just was overwhelmed, and time went by, and hair grew long, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to take the amount of time that it would have taken for me to interlock all of that. And lucky for me, I was a few days, I was a few days shy of seeing my loctician anyway. So I've been locked for 2 years and 9 months. And Candy Sweet, shout out to Candy Sweet, honey. She has returned to the Hampton Roads area. So if you guys are in the Norfolk, Virginia area, please look her up. She's on the Sisterlocks website. Anyway, she established my Sisterlocks 2 years and 9 months ago. So she established this wonderful, beautiful, lovely grid. And so, and I am in charge of maintaining it. And so I hadn't seen her. I hadn't had a hair appointment in God knows when. It's been a year and a half, or a year and 9 months probably. I literally haven't seen her in almost 2 years. So that was a very exciting visit. Of course, she was very proud at how I maintained the grid. She had to make a few adjustments, she said, to some of the parting, because I had combined a few locks. I've combined a few locks over the years that I felt were a little weak, a little small and weak at the base. And she said that was perfectly fine, and she just made a few adjustments to make sure my grid stayed intact. And she was very proud at the upkeep. Of course, she did the no to the twisting that popped in, just so that you know. I don't recommend it, okay? You know what I'm saying? Leave the twisting and the palm rolling to the professionals and to the people that have traditional locks. For real. Just don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know what I'm saying? It got me out of a bind. It really did. I was in a bind, okay? It got me out of the bind. and I will insert the photos and how it looked. But I just wanted to make sure I came in here and do this disclaimer, because I do consult with my loctician regularly. I hope to one day probably become a trainee and whatnot, but you know, I'm not there right now. But I do consult with my loctician regularly, and so she knew, you know, I messaged her and I, you know, walked her through the process that I was doing, and she was just like, don't ever do that again. And secondly, I don't think you should put up the video. But you know, for me, I want to be authentic and honest and real and raw. This is what had happened. Okay, your girl went too long without a retight, and I was just really overwhelmed. And I just did something. I was like, I gotta do something. So that's what I did. But the timing was impeccable, because like I said, within like 3 days, you know, a few days later, I was off to see Candy, and just went ahead and we worked it out. Okay, to highlight her Hampton Rose. If you let her know that you came to her via this video, via Dominique, via Damo, you know, let her know Damo sent you. Then she's doing you know, she's doing installation specials for Sisterlocks and things like that. So check her out. You know, I did a little earful about waiting as long, but not like, you know, not in a bad way, but, you know, in a you know, err on the side of caution way, and just presenting me with the options. One thing she mentioned was that with twisting or palm rolling, it's a different kind of way that your hair locks, you know what I'm saying? Of course, right? It's more cylinder, and that in turn may, if I had like continued with something like that, my lock will swell up in a different way to make it too large for the base of a Sisterlock part, you know, like they're small. And she's like, it may get to a point, you know, if that was something that I did regularly, they will, the texture of the lock would be different throughout, and it may not fit through the base. And so I would, if that is something that I was considering, that I may want to go ahead and have her come back and combine some locks, and I can go a traditional lock route, especially, you know, with baby on the way, and you know, just me trying to manage my time, you know, just me really considering how I will manage my time and maintain my hair, you know, going forward once baby's here. So, you know, she just was really, you know, real about that. Like, you know, Dominique, you know, no harm, no foul this go round, but you want to be careful. Like, if this is something that you're considering doing because of the amount of time that it takes to interlock this amount of locks, you might want to consider combining your locks and going the traditional lock route, so that I will have more freedom to do that, something like that, like a palm roll situation. And you know, that was real, and I was like, I appreciate that, you know. And I really considered it. I really, you know, I've given it some thought, and I don't think that that's the route I want to go, because I really, I could, you know, I could combine my locks, make my locks a lot bigger, and go the micro lock route, and maintain the interlocking, because I prefer interlocking more so, to be quite honest, because I could wash my hair, you know what I'm saying, immediately after a retight. You know, water doesn't faze me. Even though I put oil on my scalp, I don't do it regularly. So with that being said, with interlocking, there's no product, just really water, for real. So a lot different than if I, you know, were to really consider something like twisting or palm rolling, you know, going the traditional lock route kind of thing. So I don't think that that's something I do want to do. So she just kind of brought that to my attention, like, what you trying to do? What you trying to do? Let me know. You know, because we don't want to mess up your hair. We want to make sure we're doing what's best for me and my lifestyle, and just really taking that into consideration. So I give it some thought, but no go, you know. I don't think that that's what I want. So, but yes, I just wanted to share that to you guys. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the clips of how me twisting, palm rolling these bad boys, how that came. You know, I'm gonna put the clips, the footage of how that came out. Who knows, y'all? I might come back here 6 months from now, like, look here, y'all, I'm combining locks, I'm going traditional. I don't know, but for real, as of late, right now at this moment, I'm enjoying my Sisterlock journey. Almost 3 years in, I'm very excited, and I don't desire to, make any drastic changes. So, yeah, that's all I got. Oh, yes, here's how the twist is happening. So I am not done yet, but I like how it looks so far. Finally finished retwisting my locks. I'm pretty pleased so far. I just have to let it dry, so that means I'm going to sleep in these clips. But it's actually not that bad. They're like really small clips, except for like a couple of these. But yeah, it's not that bad. Okay, maybe I'll hit it with a dryer in the morning and see what we got. You did? Okay, so I finally took the clips out. So these are the results of me twisting my Sisterlocks. Because I was too lazy to interlock. Now, this is something that I don't think you want to do on a regular basis because it just doesn't last. You know what I'm saying? Like, I won't, like, this isn't like Sisterlocks. Like I mean, interlocking, like my hair is like, this isn't like interlocking because I can't, like, wet my hair or go swimming, like, right after. So it looks good. It got that puffiness from the root that I had going on. I had a lot of that. I had a lot of puffiness at the root, but I don't recommend this to do this regularly because it's just not what you sign up for when you get Sisterlocks. It doesn't give you that freedom. I'll see my loctician, so she's gonna help the kid out because I need some help. All right.